What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be doing a green inspired makeup look, and today I used a lot of Juvia's Place. I went in with the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place just to create this cut for my crease, and I just used a few different browns in that palette to blend and, you know, perfect this area. This palette doesn't have any shade names, otherwise I would leave them in the description box, but they don't have them. And I also used the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. I believe that is the darker brown that's actually in my crease. I just used the lighter ones in the Nubian palette to blend that out. And now I'm going in with the black base from P. Louise just to give myself a line or a liner. And then I did go over this with the black eyeshadow. Also bringing this up a little bit into the crease just to make sure that it doesn't look so harsh. And next I went in with, I believe this is, I honestly, for whatever reason, I can't remember what shades I used, but I believe that is the shade Sand in the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. And then I went in with Masai to cover the majority or the rest of the lid. And then I went in with Tootsie to blend those two colors together. As you can see, this was a no cut crease look. Like, it can be easy. You don't have to do all of that cutting. You can just shape everything with your eyeshadow. And honestly, I think that makes things a lot easier and it takes a lot less time. Now I'm going in with the Nars Soft Matte Concealer and just covering up any imperfections or blemishes I have on my skin. And today I used the Lancome Ultra Wear or the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear in the shade 370W. I haven't used this foundation much, and I would say that I like it. It is a nice foundation and it does oxidize better, like it oxidizes well to the color of my skin, so I wasn't upset with that or anything, although I did use a large amount of this foundation. I don't believe it's full coverage, so if you are looking for full coverage like me, you will have to use a decent amount. And I'm just going in with my beauty blender and blending all of that out. Next, I went in with the Juvia's Place foundation stick, and I used the shade Madagascar. I went with something a little bit lighter and a little bit more bronzy just to kind of see what kind of look it would give me. You know, it's makeup, it washes off. You can always try and experiment with things, and if you don't like it, you don't have to try it again. This didn't give me any issues though. It was just more of a bronzy, warm brown rather than like the cool browns that I would usually use to contour. Next, we're going in with the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear Concealer, and this was in the shade 320W. And with this, I just put it on my brush and kind of dabbed it around in the areas that I wanted to have concealer, just because this brush does come with like a squeezy tube, kind of similar to like what you would see with like lip gloss or something. But yeah, I could have put it on, I just put it on the brush and applied it to my face, which I have no complaints with this concealer. I do feel like it is a little bit thicker and tackier than most concealers that I use, but nothing extreme, no extra creasing or anything along those lines. So, and then I went in with the One Size setting powder, and as you can see, the powder kind of stuck to the concealer, which I don't think was bad. In the end, it did blend out fine, but in the beginning I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm sure you guys saw that it was like sticking to certain areas. And now I'm going in with the bronzer from Morphe. This is from one of their face palettes. It is the 8T palette. And I just used the bronzers in there as well as the contour shade. I also used the blushes, and they don't have shade names, so you would just have to look for this palette if you're interested. I will leave it tagged in the description box below. I also used the highlighter in this palette, so all of the contour, the highlight, and the blush shades were from that 8T palette from Morphe. And then I went in with the one size pressed foundation powder in the shade 4G to blend everything out and get rid of the extra powder. Setting spray. And now we're going in with the highlighter from the 8T palette. And generally I just mix the two together. And there we have it. Now we're on to lips. For this, I went in with the shade Cool BFF from ColourPop for their lippy pencils. And I felt as if it was just a little bit too light. I wanted something darker in the end. So as you can see, I went in with the darker shade. This is CTRL. And I just went back over the edges of my lips just to create a little bit of a darker color. And there you have it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.